Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to the Wii version of Pikmin on Day 4. Day 2 and Day 3 were pretty chaotic, and they took a lot of time and effort to get right. Then Day 4 is basically going to be the complete opposite of that. All we need to worry about today is gathering one ship part and growing a bunch of Pikmin. Like an absolute truckload of Pikmin. That 117 total Pikmin we have down there in the corner, that is going to be quite different by the time this day is over. Because the impact site is basically, at this point, just here to fill up your supply of Pikmin. And, distract your Pikmin with flint bugs. Because there are two of them wandering around right now, and Pikmin will sometimes just instinctively start fighting them. Not as much in the Wii version as the GameCube version, but at the same time it can be a little annoying. It can be at least a hair annoying. And also, trying to get a squad of 100 Pikmin up this ramp here is not completely frustrating, and doesn't function very well. It's a very thin walkway, you see. And you might notice that at this point, I have fixed some of the sound effects, because I realized what was going on with the Wii Remote playing the sounds, and I was able to turn the Wii Remote volume down, and the sound effects started playing in-game, so things should sound a lot more natural at this point. Also, something I realized in comparison to the GameCube version of this day is that Bomb Rocks work very well on the Pearly Clam Clams here. It takes 2 Bomb Rocks to blow up the clam, and it, that was just a little silly. Sometimes aiming at the screen can be a little awkward. And your cursor can go in a weird spot, and Olimar will toss a Pikmin in a completely random direction, it seems. The Pearly Clam Clams are a very important thing to fight, because their pearls give you 50 Pikmin each. So we're going to increase our yellows with that, and there's another one in there that we're going to use our blues on. And there's also a lot of 20 pellets and 10 pellets and things like that. So, just in general, today is going to be just all about increasing those Pikmin numbers. Look at that. We have 167 Pikmin already, thanks to that one pearl. And, yeah, it's really just going to be a very relaxing, sort of chill day. There's not really any enemies to fight. There's not anything really in our way aside from getting this one ship part. We even knocked down that one gate ahead of time so our Pikmin can get things back faster. It's very handy when you can cheese a situation like that you definitely couldn't cheese in the GameCube version. Unfortunately, fighting Pearly Clam Clams is not an exact science, so sometimes Pikmin end up getting eaten, and they just also sometimes don't attack the Pearly Clam Clam. It's a little obnoxious, so it can take anywhere from at least 3 rounds of attacking to, like, 7 sometimes. I found the positron generator. By combining the batteries with solar sails, this machine can generate incredible amounts of electricity. What a timely find! Instant space noodles taste better heated up. Yes, they do, Olimar. Yes, they do. We can work on getting that ship part back right away, and that's basically the only major goal we had today. Now we can just focus our efforts on collecting pellets and getting a whole bunch of Pikmin to work with for the rest of the playthrough. And also getting some flower Pikmin is also very handy. Part of the Forest Naval's problem is that fiery blowhogs, when you're fighting them and other enemies, they can easily knock the flowers off of your Pikmin. So that can be a little frustrating. Thankfully, since there's nothing to really bother us here, the impact site provides some rest and relaxation, kinda. Yeah. Honestly, there's not too much to talk about for this day. It's just smooth sailing in comparison to the franticness that was days 2 and 3. The positron generator. This electric generator is so powerful that if you approach it carelessly, you'll get an electric shock. I have now recovered 11 of 30 parts. If I can find just one more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Well, we're not going to be finding that part today, unfortunately. But tomorrow, that should be no problem. And now that the blue Pikmin are done with their little excursion bringing that part back, we can bring them back to the watery area and get the other pearly clam pearl and things like that. Though, might as well take care of the 10 pellets first. They are right here. They're easy enough to get to. And getting 10 extra Pikmin, regardless, is always a good idea. That, and there are some scattered 1 pellets, like, pretty much everywhere. So it's rather handy to gather those. And every Pikmin counts. Every Pikmin counts, honestly. Even though we are going to be getting a lot of Pikmin upcoming, we're gonna basically need all of them. It's, there's some rather difficult areas that are going to be, coming up in a few days' time. And, you really need all the help you can get. Boy, do Pikmin just love getting in the way when you don't want them to be there. Yeah, today is gonna be the main Pikmin growing day, honestly. There's not really gonna be any need for spending a lot of time growing Pikmin. And there's Clyde at the bottom of the stick, just kind of doing his own thing. And, oh, he's got some friends now, too. I don't know what's up with the sticks. The sticks just get really glitchy sometimes, and Pikmin refuse to climb up them. But of course, it's always Clyde that starts the madness. I can't explain it. It's just always his fault, it seems. But yeah, we're not gonna be really putting much effort into growing Pikmin past this point. There's not really gonna be any purpose to it, because with the amount of Pikmin that you can grow just at the impact site, it really gives you all of the troops that you need. It's really just a complete breather day, but it's also entirely necessary. There's not really much to say other than that. You can hear the sounds of Pikmin chasing around the freaking flint bug. The only way to really deal with a flint bug is to throw Pikmin on top of it. You don't really defeat them, but if you throw Pikmin at them, they do give you goodies and extra pellets and things like that. I just generally don't bother with them for time's sake. It's better to ignore them when you're trying to do things quickly like I am. Thankfully, most of the really aggressive grind of the Pikmin days are behind us. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done in both the Forest of Hope and the Forest Navel, but it's not going to be nearly as much of a task as day 2 and 3 were. Because on day 2 and 3, we also had to worry about getting our supplies of yellow and blue Pikmin going. It had to take extra time to pick Pikmin and really make sure we had some of them to work with, I guess. That's really going to be all behind us after this point. We're not going to have to worry too much about it, as I say, as Pikmin start getting eaten left and right, because the clams, very aggressive clams, they are not your friend, unfortunately. But, yeah. It's not too much else to say, really. This day is just all about collecting them Pikmins. And just having a good time. Having a good time doing it. Day 4 is very relaxing when in comparison to the previous days. I guess neat little detail to mention is that in comparison to the GameCube version, the Wii version, when Pikmin are carrying something, the numbers above them, which indicate how many Pikmin you need to carry something back, they are color-coded when they're going back to the onions. It is a quick indication of what onion they are going to be bringing it back to, which is something that is not actually present in the GameCube version. That's another thing that was added into Pikmin 2, I believe, that they sort of retroactively included in the Wii version of Pikmin 1. That honestly is something that I like about when games do get re-releases and stuff. It gives developers the opportunity to fix minor annoyances and add in, like, quality of life improvements to a game that previously weren't there. And I mean, the Pikmin games were the perfect choice to be added to the Wii library, honestly. The pointer controls really do a lot for this series. And it's just a wonderful thing. It really is. Both the Wii versions of Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 are absolutely excellent. Well, it doesn't take away anything from the GameCube versions, I think. They do have their own sort of strengths. And, just checking the map here real quick to make sure no Pikmin are hung up anywhere or inside of a box or just kinda out and about doing whatever. And it doesn't seem like anybody is missing, so that really is kind of it for day 4 already. The day is not up yet, but I'm just kind of wandering around here checking to make sure that I didn't leave any pellets or anything behind, and I don't think I did. Not that I can tell. We officially took care of all the clams, we got our one part that we needed, and we grew a lot of Pikmin. Just remember how I said the 117 or whatever it was going to be dwarfed? Just look in the corner there. We are officially at 353 Pikmin in the course of one day. That's how much those pearls really count towards Pikmin scores and things like that. And I could be wrong, but I don't think the pearly clams actually show up anywhere else in the story mode. The challenge mode of Pikmin 1 is a different story. Pearly clams do show up more frequently there, but typically Impact Site is where you're going to find them in story mode, I think. I don't think there's any other locations where you can really locate them and take advantage of that 50 Pikmin bonus. And the Impact Site is the only day where you absolutely have to get all the parts, and you absolutely have to go to twice. So it makes sense just to sort of take care of that while you're here. But I guess that wraps it up. Officially, the end of day countdown has hit 0. Olimar did a little charging around and dancing with his Pikmin, because why not? A little interpretive dance never hurt anybody. And we are done. Time to blast back off into the atmosphere leaving the impact site behind us, because we're not going to be coming back here. Say goodbye, everybody. No. The Bulwarp is so sad. 4 days since impact. I have seen that at times the leaf atop a Pikmin's head will grow into a bud and then a flower. It appears that if I do not pick the Pikmin sprouts, they gradually bloom over time. Fascinating. This melding of plant and animal traits is surely unique in the natural world. Indeed. I have found flower Pikmin possess increased swiftness. When in a rush, I have found pressing and holding A, then calling the flower Pikmin forth with the D-pad to also be quite an effective strategy. I've also learned that new sprouts found growing on days following fierce battles are the results of seeds being left behind. That's actually another control difference for the Wii version of the game. You can swap between leaf, bud, or flower Pikmin, much like you can swap between the different colors of Pikmin. And that brings us to our Pikmin population results screen. We grew 240 Pikmin and lost 4 in battle. But we did not leave any Pikmin behind, and now we have over 100 of each Pikmin type and 11 ship parts. Very nice. So that's going to call it for right now, I think. Thank you very much for watching. This is your good friend Sparky signing off for now. I'll catch you later.